My name is Gerry Dorrian. I have no financial interest with any LASIK-related anything that I'm aware of. I'm here to tell the story of my son, Colin. Before Colin had LASIK surgery, he was a very confident, outgoing person. There was no sign of any mental illness. He'd never been diagnosed with mental illness, didn't use illegal or recreational drugs, and he seldom drank. This is a picture of Colin at his graduation from Cooper Union with a degree in engineering. As you can see, he wasn't much more than a child. It was a number of months after this that he had LASIK surgery while he was a law student at the University of Michigan. Before the surgery, he had become intolerant to contact lenses because of dry eye, and this is why his justification for getting the surgery. He had large pupils. There's other technical information for all the medical people here. When he was assessed for this, he was warned that his large pupils would be something to consider, but was told that it was no worse than he would experience with contacts. It's actually noted on the medical forms that I found after his death that there was less than 1% chance it would be worse. This is information about his treatment. After the treatment, Colin experienced large starbursts. He said he had triple overlapping images and ghosting off white objects. And he said that he lost contrast sensitivity. He also complained about dry eye, and that made it impossible for him to tolerate contact lenses. 3 times he tried to be fitted with contact lenses but couldn't wear them. This is Colin again, and it's difficult to do this, but I think the thing that best explains where Colin was is to read the last words he left for us. If I can't get my eyes fixed, I'm going to kill myself. At the time of this writing, I've lived for 6.5 years like this, and it drives me more and more crazy every single day. For a while, I coped fairly well and have gone forward with things I had to do. But this problem has kept me from enjoying life the way I used to. Every single thing I look at, more or less throughout the entire day, looks ugly and confusing to me. I just cannot accept the fact that I'm supposed to live like this. It may not make much sense to someone who's not experienced these symptoms, but I'm rotting from the inside out. I have other problems like most people do. In fact, I might tend towards the depressive side naturally. Who knows? But this is something else. As soon as my eyes went bad, I fell into a deeper depression than I had ever experienced, and I never really came out. I could get down about things before, but I always had my health to rely on. Without that, just getting by is not enough. I can't continue living without my responsibility, my esteem, and my happiness. There's nothing at all ennobling or enlightening about suffering. The more I live with this problem, the more it will warp me and the more hateful and bitter I'll become. I refuse to picture myself starting a family that I won't be able to enjoy and love because one mistake has so damaged me mentally and physically. It seems reasonable at this point to say that if this problem doesn't get resolved by the end of the summer, it never will. I've put up with this long because killing myself would be such a blow to those who love me. But I can't and won't continue facing this horror anymore. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for what I've done to you guys, my family and friends. I've been living with this long enough and have gone over and over it in my head long enough that I accept and forgive myself for my mistakes, and I hope you guys can do the same for me at some point. If it seems to have come out of nowhere, know that I've been keeping my counsel on this for a long time. I was incredibly afraid that if anyone found out how badly I was feeling, my only escape would be cut off, and I couldn't risk having what I feel is my only dignified choice taken away from me. I obviously never meant for this to happen, but after the first mistake, I don't know that there's anything else I could have done differently to change things. And I absolutely know there's nothing you guys could have done differently. You may have trouble following this request, but I'm asking that you do not blame yourselves for this. I made a choice 6 years ago, and I lived with that choice for as long as I could, until one day I decided I simply couldn't take it any longer. Mom, Dad, Nora, and all the rest, know that I enjoyed the bulk of my life mainly because you were in it. I love you all. I'm sorry, and goodbye. These are purely my observations as a layperson. I feel that people that are involved with refractive surgery need to take responsibilities for the problems they create, not just point to the successes that they have. I don't think a patient satisfaction survey, no matter how you dress it up or what else you call it, really gives anyone any information about how people are suffering. It doesn't illuminate what happens to people who have bad outcomes. Colin said that it wasn't just a matter of what is high order.
Mr. Dorrian, you're
Okay, thank you.
very, very compelling. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian.